Kol Halal Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem, Ha Rakak Wadash. Double honors to the elder apostles of the great millstone who rule well and teach well. All right, and honors to you brothers who are bringing out this word in sincerity and in faith. All right, this is your brother Yar Ira, and I'm back at you with with another. This man, this right here is. I'm gonna just play the video. But this is the state of this place. All right, and all of America is gonna be looking like this, man. This is the Walking Dead. All right, now this is Philadelphia. This is gonna be everywhere. And this is mostly Jake. I mean, look, man. I see these drugs. They put demons on people. That's horrible, man. This is the doing of the Heavenly Father. You know, everybody in the streets, man, leaned up. There's dope everywhere. There's trash everywhere. People laid out everywhere, man. And they're not having a conversation. Those people are just slumped over like that. Look at that shit, man. Look at that, man. Look at that, man. Those are people. That right there is a person. These are people, man. And you got Jake. You got what looks like E over here. You know, this is the state of America, man. And the so-called white man did this. That's what you got to get through your head, man. This right. Imagine your child having to walk down the street, man. You gotta worry about one of them, doing something. And that's the condition that we're in here in America, man. This don't happen in New Delhi, India. This don't happen in Tokyo, Japan, Florence, Italy, you know, Dagestan, Russia. This don't happen nowhere else but America. That's the only time you're gonna see all the nations gathered together, just doped up. Demons on them. Look, you just got demon on them. You got that walking back and forth demon. See, his businesses, he trash out on the street. You know, you got street walkers. All right, it's that dope right there. You see that when you take them different drugs, it puts a certain demon on you. So you have certain demons that come from these different drugs, particularly particularly what they're on, right? Like a mix of H. They're on H, and they're on that what they call it in the streets, that Fetty Wap. All right, they're on the H, and they're on the Fetty Wap. So it puts a demon on you. It puts that slow mo demon on you. See, that's how you know that when these missiles come and these missiles hit, the Lord is going to have the ability to put demons on the 2/3 of Israel to make them believe, that the missiles hitting, it can feel like 10 minutes, man. Because a lot of these people, they feel like they're walking full speed. Some of them, they really do feel like they're walking that slow, like slow motion. Everybody nodding, everybody leaning. There's fiends out here. Look it up, man. That's somebody right there leaning over. People, man. She ain't helping her find nothing. She leaned over. That's that dope. See, now look, man. You watch this, and if you don't think that ICBM, this is ICBMs plural, so like you're gonna hit this place, you out your damn mind. The Lord, the Lord has got to flatten this place, level this place, and He's going to look at what this place has become. Man, Philadelphia is actually one of the most famous cities in America. When you ask people to name cities around the world, when it comes to America, they'll tell you, New York, L.A., Philadelphia, Miami. This is a very prominent place in American society. Look at what it's been reduced to, and this is the Lord. 4 or 5 people leaning, shooting up, leaning, shooting up, leaning. Look, now look. See, and they make these movies, TV shows like The Walking Dead, and all these other shows to portray the people. It's a remix, if you will, of what's here and what's to come, man. So you got people walking their kids down here, man. That's a person. Leaning, leaning. Look at all man. Look at all them things, man. Not at all. Trash everywhere. Everything shut down, closed. You haven't seen a person enter or leave a place of business yet. Man, he's shooting up right there. He leaning. Shit. And that's the thing. You don't know who's a fiend and who ain't. Just by the overall look of people. Everybody got that depression demon on them. And how could you not be depressed? Okay, walking around here all day. See, the only people who ain't depressed, right, ultimately are the men who've been called into this truth. And we aren't chosen yet. We're just called. But that's one of the advantages of being in this truth, is that we understand why this is taking place. So I'm just going to let the rest of this play, and I'm going to get into a few scriptures. I keep seeing these people with these big backpacks, and that lady, all these people with these big backpacks are coming soon when they have this moratorium being lifted. You're going to see more homeless people. You're going to see increased drug use.
I might have been on the side.
I mean, you think this was Syria or something, man? You would think that you are, in a third world country, but that's some fourth world country stuff right there. Some just All right. So I'm going to start off. I was going to go to Hosea 4 and 6, but I'm going to start from the top. Hosea chapter 4, verse 1. Hear the word of the Lord, ye children of Israel. For the Lord hath a controversy with the inhabitants of the land. So likely because there is no truth, nor mercy, nor knowledge of Yahweh in the land. And you can see that through this. You can just walk down the street anywhere in America. All right. There is no truth. There's no, mercy nor knowledge of Yahweh Shemel Shai in the land outside of the men of the Lord. Starting off with the head elder apostles of Great Millstone. Okay. Verse 2. By swearing and lying and killing and stealing and committing adultery, they break out and blood toucheth blood. And so let's just start from the top. All right, so by swearing, by lying, you can look at what's going on up in here. Right, and killing, it's people dying every day in Philadelphia. All throughout America, right? Especially now. It says in stealing and committing adultery, they break out and blood toucheth blood. So you already know what's going on there. Everybody laying with each other, And I mean everybody. Therefore shall the land mourn. Everyone that dwelleth therein shall languish with the beasts of the field and with the fowls of heaven. Yea, the fishes of the sea also shall be taken away. So look, hey man, look at these people. They are made like unto the beasts of the field. See, you being a damn brute beast, you being in that condition, that it don't bother us. But when you see Israel in that position, you're like, damn. But okay, having the knowledge is one thing. That yes, these people are in the lower state. That's knowledge. But wisdom is to understand that these people are in this condition for a reason. All right. It says, therefore shall the land mourn. So these people are mourning. You can see it on their face. And everyone that dwelleth therein shall languish. All right. Let me get the definition for mourn real quick. Mourn. Feel or show deep sorrow or regret, typically by following conventions such as the wearing of black clothes. So, hey, the Lord speaks about garments, right? And he speaks about, roughly paraphrasing, his people, specifically the elect of his people, being in that pure white garment. Well, the opposite of that would be, black. So these are the real black people. See, two-thirds of Israel, and you other nations. You are the real black people. Let me get the definition for language too. Languish, failing to make progress or be successful. So, hey, are they not languishing? Are they not, bent over and just stuck in one place? Right? That's failing to make progress. You're not walking. Okay, you can't even walk or be successful. What do drugs do? Drugs stops you from making progress, and it stops you from being successful now. or what the world calls successful, and what the world calls making progress. Because whether you're in the truth or not, you shouldn't be doing drugs. But these people, that's what these people do, right? And with the beasts of the field and with the fowls of heaven, yea, the fishes of the sea also shall be taken away. Yet let no man strive. So you can see that because you go into these cities and these other places, everybody is mixed up. You got Jake talking to E talking to Ishmael having a conversation with Moab. It's too much going on. All right. Verse 4. Yet let no man strive, nor reprove another, for that people are as they that strive with the priests. Therefore shalt thou fall in the day. Yeah, man. So no, there is no correction up in here. Really, the only people that are being corrected, is the hopeful elect, edifying the hopeful elect, telling them, okay, you're going off of this. You need to do this. You know, these people. Do you think that these people say to each other, "Oh, you shouldn't steal that bike"? Of course not. Right? You shouldn't lay with that man's woman. Of course not. Okay, Hosea 4:5. Therefore shalt thou fall in the day, and the prophet also shall fall with thee in the night. And I will destroy thy mother. Which goes into that left-handed wisdom that these people possess. Okay, in order to make these drugs, that's a left-handed wisdom. In order to use those drugs is a left-handed wisdom. So you have to learn how to inject yourself. You have to learn how to, smoke these different things a certain way so they don't blow up in your face. This is a left-handed knowledge. Okay, that's why it says, "Therefore shalt thou fall in the day." And are they not falling? Are they not leaned over? Are you not doubled over, looking like you got bent in half? Right? Which is not. It's it's this is not really referring to that, right? But when it means fall, you fallen from your grace. Speaking about the children of Israel, look how low the children of Israel have become now. And it's sickening, but this is something that has to take place. All right. Hosea 4:5. Therefore shalt thou fall in the day. The prophet also shall fall with thee in the night. I will destroy thy mother. Yeah, so all this is gonna come to an end. Okay. All this BS. Verse 6. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. So this is why we were sent out on the highways and byways to teach the words of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Okay? Right? To give people the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of Yahweh Shem Yahushua through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Not through ourselves. Okay? Through Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Okay? Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee, and thou shalt be no priest to me. Seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy power, I will also forget thy children. So, at this point, it seems to be that everybody is done. Everybody's lost. Look at the children of Israel. You would think that the Lord, is just non-existent. If the Spirit ain't on you to believe, just based upon what you see on the day-to-day. All right, so when it says, I will also forget thy children, that's really speaking about 2/3 of Israel. See, because 2/3 of Israel in the kingdom is going to be, they're going to be in the perfect bodies. But as far as here, hey, forget about it. It's like you don't even exist to the Lord. You exist, but He's angry. That's why we pray, that we're not the 2/3, and that we would, that we would like to be the hopeful elect. To do the things that the hopeful elect should be doing. We gotta avoid doing the 2/3 shit, man. Verse 7, it's vexing. It's vexing to think about, man. That it's places, even rural America, different places in Idaho, Utah, Indiana, they got a real bad drug problem out there, man. All right, verse 7. As they were increased, so they sinned against me. Therefore will I change their glory into shame. So at one point, they felt glorified. Do you think in 1776 you had people leaning over like that? No. That was during the glory days, in the 40s, right? Early 50s, right? The glory of this place got turned to shame. And when you think about it, drugs on a wide scale came to be in the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, and the new millennium, which coincides with the downfall of this place. So as they were increased, not only the iniquity was increased, the number of people here is increased, the glory, right? The glory being increased, right? The shame is being increased. Why? Right? As these things were increased, right? Glory and shame basically being increased, right? That's because they sinned against Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. It says they eat up the sin of my people and they set their heart on their iniquity. Right? So their mind, right, their heart, their lachab, right? It's constantly on that dope. They set their heart on their iniquity. So they set their mind. What am I going to do for the dope? How am I going to get my dope? That's why, you got to watch out, man. And not only with a dope fiend, but really through the spirit. Two-thirds of Israel, they are spiritual dope fiends. They are spiritual dope fiends because they need the spiritual dope, which is the wicked media, right? These it's so many things that can corrupt you, So spiritually, it's like dope, pornography. That's like a spiritual dope, That's why different people are addicted to different things, man. And this is something that is taught to you. This iniquity, man. Let's get the definition for iniquity. That sin upon sin upon sin. Because you got to think about it. Going back to the pornography analogy, that's sin upon sin upon sin. Like, and the elder apostle Tahar has said in an old video, from years back, This video looked like it was maybe 15 years old, but he was explaining how the women that are in these videos, technically they're not doing anything wrong. Technically, if you want to get technical with it, as far as them being prostitutes, technically there is nothing wrong with that. But it's the fact that they're doing it on camera, right? It's the fact that they're doing these things while they're on their period. That's sin upon sin. You got a woman here, and also you got these different executives in the pornography industry, which are basically high level pimps, which that's a sin. That's going off. So you got these guys in the scriptures, they call them whoremongers. A monger means somebody who sells. And a whore, obviously, that's self-explanatory. So they sell whores, and is ridiculous as you think it is, hey man, the Lord actually approves what you call in the streets renegades. A renegade is what you call a woman that sells her body without a pimp. That's a renegade. See, the Lord is with that. The Lord is with, okay, these women selling their body as a commodity. What He's not with is them doing it on camera. Okay. Not only that, they doing it on that period. Not only that, they're laying with women. They're laying with 2 men at a time, 3 men at a time, 4 men at a time, and a woman. you know, using all these different items. I'm gonna just leave it to your imagination. All these different items that they use upon each other, right? Sodomy, right? That's sin upon sin. So you got one wicked act turning into 10 wicked acts instantly, and nobody pays any attention. That's just what it is. So let's get that definition. Before you say, "Oh, you going off for saying that," you're going off for saying that the prostitute. There's nothing wrong with a prostitute. Go into the scriptures then, man. With the harlots, we all know what harlots are, man. and it's best for you to just do that. Just deal with a harlot, man. Just deal with a harlot. You're not gonna have as many issues, okay? Because at the end of the day, it's a business transaction. And another thing too, you women, you're gonna be out here selling that coming real soon. Coming real soon. That's gonna be a thing. Okay, it's gonna be a lot of renegades out here. All right, so the definition for iniquity: immoral or grossly unfair behavior. So that's immoral. All right, you got a chick, she laying with 3-4 dudes at the same time. So and you can't forget what you call it, orgies. You got man popping man popping woman, and women are popping each other at the same time, and everybody's just popping each other, man. It's fucking horrible. That's what we got. That's what we got to deal with here in America. All right. All right. Kwam Yashala, come, man. Come. Kwam Yashala. Kalbashim Yashah Bashim Kakudash Brakatha. Hosea chapter 4, verse 9. And there shall be like people, like priests, and I will punish them for their ways and reward them their doings. So you got different people, they shooting up through their veins, and there's a whole bunch of different diseases that you can get from that, from sharing needles, including the 4-letter word, man, AIDS, which that in itself, that's basically your immune system giving up on itself. So anything, even something as small as a cold can put you to death. The Lord, and really that is just the Lord cutting down your body's defense system, man. Your immune system is your body's defense system. So the Lord can just cut that off. The Lord can just give that to you. You don't have to necessarily be a Mo or share, a dirty needle or anything. The Lord can just put that upon you, just like the Lord can give you schizophrenia. The Lord can give you bipolar, multiple personalities. The Lord can just do that. He doesn't need a reason why. He's the Heavenly Father. Plus, He warned literally hundreds, if not thousands of times in these scriptures, man, how and why He would do it. Okay, verse 10, for they shall eat and not have enough. They shall commit whoredom and shall not increase, because they have left off to take heed to the Lord. So you're not taking heed. Right? And really, when you think about it, right, it says right here, for they shall eat and not have enough. So not only does that go into, the people, just in general. That's why there's a big obesity problem here. There's a big, and all that, but also going into that understanding. They eat that left-handed wisdom, and they don't have enough, right? It says they shall commit whoredom and shall not increase. So that's why you got these different what do you call it? Birth control, abortions, right? They shall commit whoredom and shall not increase. So these different things that I have to see, these women, they'll go and they'll lay with 4, 5, 6 different dudes. They don't know who the baby is, or no, they don't know who the baby daddy is. So what do? They get an abortion because they're like, shit, I don't know who he is. So even though people are having all this sex and doing all these things, the birth rate is decreasing. Especially amongst the so-called black women. The so-called black woman has aborted more children probably than anybody else in the world, and that's just facts. That's facts, and it is what it is. There has to be accountability for one's actions, man. Yet, that's not the case with 2/3 of Israel. Now, continuing on, it says, because they have left off to take heed to the Lord. Whoredom and wine and new wine take away the heart. So you have a lot of these women that have laid with 40, 50 men, and that's a light number to certain people. You have certain women that have laid with hundreds of men, like 150 men. Right? Whoredom and wine and new wine take away the heart. Okay, so really, when it's talking about this wine, it's talking about that Babylonian wine. It's not talking about alcohol wine. It's talking about that Babylonian wine, that Babylon juice. It says a new wine take away the heart. That new wine, which when you think about the word new speak, that goes into the new wine, because they coming up with new words now. But what they call that doing me, right? Doing me, finding my own way. That's new. That's new wine. They wasn't saying that 2,000 years ago. Hell, they weren't saying that 100 years ago. Some of the stuff that people are saying right now, even though the English language was being spoken back then, you have different phrases and different words that are being newly created. And that's the Heavenly Father doing that. All right, it says new wine take away the heart. So these women are fucking bird brains, man. Because they got all these different seeds in them, so their mind is all over the damn place. Verse 12, my people ask counsel at their stocks, and their staff declareth unto them. So your staff who's ruling over you, They declare what's good, what's bad. That's who you turn to. Daddy the devil. Okay. It says, for the spirit of whoredoms hath caused them to err. So it's a spirit. These different whoredoms come with a spirit. You do these different drugs, right? It opens you up to spirits. Demons hop on you. Okay. And I'm just saying this as a man, but I truly do believe that smoking in general, it puts it puts a mo spirit on you. It puts a thief spirit on you. It puts all these different it puts a anti-morality spirit on you. That's just what it is. This is something that I have observed. Okay. And we have gone astray and erred. I've done some stupid shit when I was smoking weed. Okay, just stupid. Just just dumb. Hey, when I was in high school, that was like the number one way to to pull a chick, like Jake says in the world, man. That's what we used to say. I'm finna pull her, But you'd ask her, hey, you want to smoke? You want to whoop de whoop whoop. She may have a man that you don't know of or whatever. Because my spirit was never really to be with and get with a chick if she had a man or whatever. Like if she had a boyfriend, quote unquote. That was never really my thing. But of course, you had women who were hopping from man to man and saying that they were single, which by her being an adulteress and you laying with her, you're an adulterer, which is something that we have the knowledge of knowing that you shouldn't get with a chick who has a boyfriend, but we didn't have the wisdom to apply that means that if a woman has laid with a man, that's her husband. So you don't need to get in between that. But what did we do? We rolled that blunt up and we got in between that, not knowing that because of her adulterous ways, now we're a damn adulterer, man. And that's glorified here in society. Oh, I effed your beat, right? Then I sent her back to you. All that shit, man. Jake's fucking wicked. And all you niggas, and I'm gonna say that. You niggas who get with these women and they already got a man, the Lord is gonna kill you. And all you women who get with a man, right, and you already got a man, the Lord is gonna kill your ass too. This is the reality of the situation, man. Okay. Anyways, it says, for the spirit of whoredoms hath caused them to err, and they have gone a whoring from under their power. So we're supposed to be up under the watchful eye of Yahweh and Yahushua. Yeah, what do we do? We're like the daughter who acts like she's good, your father drop you off somewhere. You got a whole bag, you got a whole backpack full of whole clothes that you throw on, man. And that happens. That happens all the time. A girl will have like a backpack. In the backpack, she got on a whole nother outfit. Soon as the parents leave, boom, she throw that outfit on. Now she going all over the place, man. Doing all sorts of shit. Hosea chapter 4, verse 13. They that sacrifice upon the tops of the mountains and burn incense upon the hills, under oaks and poplars and elms, because the shadow thereof is good. Therefore your daughters shall commit whoredom, and your spouses shall commit adultery. All right? So they sacrifice upon the tops of the mountains. You see, you doing what Ham is doing. You doing what Ishmael is doing. You doing everything besides what Yahweh Shemashah wants you to do, right? and burn incense upon the hills. So you give reverence to these governments, right? A hill is a representation of a government. Okay, so you burn incense upon the hills, right? You want the pushing of certain legislation, right? My body, my choice, and these other things. This is something that you want, and you speak on these things, man. The so-called feminist movement, and I am gonna say the other three-letter word starts with a B, ends with an M, you know, and it's got an L in the middle of it. That whole movement, which that's a damn psyop. Okay, that's burning incense upon the hills. We want to be free. We want to have the ability to say what we want, do what we want. My body, my choice. You know that's burning incense upon the hills, man. And what you do is you burn incense. Right? That's very ceremonial. You're setting things up. Okay, you're exalting. See, by people being a part of this system, you're exalting this system. You're burning incense upon the hills, right under oaks and poplars and elms. So they were doing this in the what you call that Bohemian Grove, right? It says because the shadow thereof is good. It's you trying to be a shadowy figure, which that's not going to work. Cause see the Lord sees everything. The Lord sees you niggas. That's why ultimately we can't really do anything without the Lord seeing it. And as you really start to think about that and you apply that, there's a certain fear that comes upon you, man. You know, and to you young brothers, man, don't just ignore that. Don't ignore the watchful eye of Yahweh Shem Shah. Just think about it, before you do something dumb, hey, the Lord's watching through his angels, sometimes you'll be, whatever. Whoop-de-woo. That's not the way to be, man. And we've all been there. We can't go there, man. Okay. We got to turn a new leaf and stay upon that new leaf that we've turned, It says, therefore your daughter shall commit whoredom. So your hoes and harlots. Some hoes in this house. That's what we got now. We got hoes. We got Cardi B. We got Meg Thee Stallion. We got City Girls. We got what they call it. It's all sorts of Tokyo Jets. All these damn thoughts, man. Black China. The list goes on and on. If you got a 5-year-old, 6-year-old girl who looks up and idolizes Nicki Minaj, and and in my time it was like Lil Kim, Foxy Brown, Eve. But even then, they had some sort of skill, even though it'd still be a fucking wicked. But now, even the skill of making the music is gone. It's out of here, right? Therefore, your daughter shall commit whoredom, and your spouses shall commit adultery. So you brothers out there, there is a very high chance that your woman is committing adultery. This is the reality of the situation, man. And don't get mad. Don't get mad at us. Because we saying that. You can go to your woman right now and ask her, hey, let me see your phone. She's going to guard that phone with her life, man. That's the reality. That's the reality of the situation at hand, man. You have to really sit and consider that. Hey, and what is she gonna say? Well, this is my phone. This is my property. This is my body. This is my choice, right? You should be lucky that I'm even with you. Right? That's that snake talk. All right, Hosea 4:14. I will not punish your daughters when they commit whoredom, nor your spouses when they commit adultery. For themselves are separated with whores, and they sacrifice with harlots. Therefore, the people that doth not understand shall fall. So, with you, having this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, you may trip, whatever the case is, stumble. All right, but stumbling and falling is two different things. See, you could stumble and mess up your toe, mess up your ankle a little bit. See, you can fall and you can break an arm. You can hit your head and suffer from a brain hemorrhage. So those are two different things. Now they're both similar in certain ways, but ultimately they're different. We can't just have that spirit of I'm a sinner, but it's okay. Nah, man. You have to genuinely feel a remorse. Okay, we go off, we feel horrible, terrible, even for something small, man. You'll forget it's a Sabbath. You over here you're cooking eggs on the stove. You're like, damn, I wasn't supposed to cook today. So you feel like you've done something truly illegal, man. And that's why the Lord set up the Sabbath, man. He set up the new moon. Now the Sabbath is according to the new moon. He set that up, ultimately to show us, hey, you need to follow these to the best of your ability, but this isn't what's going to save you. But it's still a major key factor for you to adhere to the teachings of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai through the laws, man. Okay? So it says, Hosea chapter 4, verse 15. Though thou, Israel, play the harlot, yet let not Judah offend, and come not ye unto Gilgal, neither go ye up to Beth Haven, nor swear, the Lord liveth. Hosea 4:16. For Israel slideth back as a backsliding heifer. Now the Lord will feed them as a lamb in a large place. Ephraim is joined to idols, Slakia, idols. Let him alone. Their drink is sour. They have committed whoredom continually. Her rulers with shame do love give ye. The wind hath bound her up in her wings, and they shall be ashamed because of their sacrifices, man. So you really have to consider that. You have to consider how we've slid back, and how we're being fed as a lamb in a large place now, man. All right, well, hopefully this video was edifying. We gotta turn back from our ways, man. That's the only way to find Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is turning back, man, from our wicked ways and seeking Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, man. All right, so call Allah Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai Bahashem Ha Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone who rule well and teach well, and honors to you brothers who will bring out this word in sincerity and in faith. It's your brother, Giyal Ira. And, just understand that we are in some very perilous times, man. Yet we have Yahweh Shem Shai. Okay? So just keep watching out the prophecy, man. Hey, and Lord's will, we get on them chariots, man. All right, get out of this wicked ass place. Shemai, Yasha'Allah, Allah Yahweh, Yahweh Ahad. Hear, O Israel, our power is one, man. He's gathering together the hopeful elect, man. Okay? Every day we get closer and we get closer to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai's return through his son, Yahushua HaMashiach. Shalom. Call Allah Yahweh Hashem Yahushai Hashem HaKakudash. Shalom.